Hi everybody, Ollie here, aka Secret Nimbus here, another episode of Magic Duels. So for today's episode, it is the second and final gameplay episode with the Dodge and Burn style deck. So we've been fairly successful with this deck so far on camera. Don't think I've actually lost with it while recording. Excellent, we actually managed to find ourselves a Jessian Thief, so I think we'll just start out with a Skyline Cascade. I mean, we've got a second one, so I don't mind playing one out now as like a tap land. And then we can play like a Mountain next turn. We've then got a Disperse open. And then we've got Jessian Thief with a Brutal Expulsion and an Exquisite Firecraft, which is pretty sweet. Okay, excellent. We're finding more mana, which is always nice. So we're up to 5 mana already, which is pretty much perfect. We don't really want to draw into too much more mana for the time being until we've at least got some card draw in play. Okay, so it looks like we're playing a Jund ramp, so red, green, black ramp deck. Could be interesting, so we could do with finding some kind of control-ish card fairly soon. We'll play out Sulphur Falls here, and let's play out Jessian Thief. So we managed to find a Ravaging Blaze as well, which is always nice, so we want to try and get something like Exquisite Firecraft and Brutal Expulsion in the graveyard before playing this kind of card. Okay, so he's not really Acid Mossing me, but, you know, I'll be honest, this kind of deck doesn't really bother me too much. We've got enough mana that we need for basically everything that we want anyway, so, you know, that's fine. He may have sent me back a turn from something, but I don't know really know what. Excellent, we managed to find a Majoring Bully as well, so we will be playing that on our end step. We'll just swing with the Jessian Thief, and that will draw us a card. Excellent, and then we've got 2 Prowess creatures to start swinging with next turn. So we will play out the Majoring Bully, making think we've got maybe some kind of what's the 1 mana red burn spell? I can never remember what it's called off the top of my head for some reason. Okay, so we've played Oblivion Sower, which is not particularly good for me. So I don't know whether I want to bounce it or... So I could bounce it, I suppose. What did he manage to exile? A Chandra, 2 Inspirations and a Jace. Interesting. I mean, we could either Brutal Expulsion it or Disperse it maybe. I mean, we can't really do too much else this turn, so I may as well just swing, disperse, and swing for like a lot of damage maybe. And maybe draw into... So if we disperse you... I mean, I don't care if he exiles another 4 cards, I'm going to be honest. We get all of the prowess damage through, so we're going to push through like 5 damage. And draw a card from the Jessian Thief. So... We've got a Spell Shrivel, which would have been useful if we had that extra mana left open, because we could have potentially countered that Oblivion Sower next turn, but whatever. Okay, so he's got Oblivion Sower again, so he exiles another 4 cards. And he gets to put 2 of my manas down, and he's actually exiled my own Ulamog, so never mind, that's not... Fiery Impulse, that's the 1 mana burn spell that I have. Okay, so now we've got the island. Now, what do we do here? So we've got the 5/8 Oblivion Sower. I mean, I could Brutal Expulsion, but then I can't really play a Spell Shrivel, or do I just burn his face and then swing? Now I think probably Brutal Expulsion here's the way to go, so we're just going to return target spell or creature to its owner's hand, and then just swing with our Prowess creatures. Haven't really got too much of a choice right now. I mean, I'm essentially letting him mill me, but you know, I don't really have too much of a choice here. I've got to keep on the offensive. How much mana has he got? He's probably got enough for Ulamog now, so I'm probably kind of screwed anyway. That Monvuli Acid Moss did set me back a little bit more than I wanted it to. So 3, 4, 5. Yep, here's Ulamog. So that's GG. Okay, guys, here we are for game number 2. I forgot to check who I was playing in the last game, but I suppose it didn't really matter now. We're keeping this hand. It's a good one. We've got Jessian Thief and then 3 lots of spells to trigger it. So, again, we'll start off with a Skyline Cascade. Then we've got an Izzet Guildgate, and then potentially, I don't know, hopefully we'll draw into another mana. So we're playing the rank 6 April Organasian. My MMC, my matchmaking coefficient must be terrible at the moment, because I'm playing a lot of very low ranked people at the moment. And, okay, so we're definitely going to play out the Izzet Guildgate here, and then we'll play out the Mountain next turn, to then play out the Jessian Thief. I think he's probably the play here. Okay, so it looks like we're playing elves, so this could be rather annoying. We do have like Disperse and things like that to potentially help us out though. Okay, so we found an Abbot, but that's the kind of card I might want to play next turn. Just realised he played out a Dwynen's Elite without another elf on the battlefield, so he kind of screwed himself over a little bit there. The one card I really want to see is my one sweeper in the deck. That would be quite nice, I'm going to be honest. So what's he got here then? So he's going to swing with the Dwynen's Elite. We're just going to skip blocking for obvious reasons. And he's going to wild size. Okay, that seems like a bit of a waste in my opinion. So he's going to swing for 4, but... So I'm probably just going to play the Abbot this turn, I'm going to be honest. I realise that I'm just saying I'm going to be honest quite a lot, somebody pointed out. So yeah, let's play the Abbot. And then we could potentially twin bolt the Dwynen's Elite, depending on what we find with the Abbot. We have found a Majoring Bully, so I'm just going to swing with the Jessian Thief this turn. And then probably play my Majoring Bully after that. We've then got 2 lots of spells next turn, potentially, or even a Brutal Expulsion to trigger the Prowess on all these creatures. Also, we found a Skyline Cascade as well, so we're just going to play you out. This is going to allow us to tap down kind of any creatures that we want to keep tapped down in future, which is for like 2 turns, which is also quite nice. Okay, so he's found Lissalana Huntmaster, so yeah, we're definitely going to be playing Brutal Expulsion this turn to bounce that and kill that. Which will then push through a lot of prowess damage, which is kind of crazy. Okay, so we're going to return and deal damage. So we're going to return you to its owner's hand and deal 2 damage to the Dwynen's Elite. These are prowess, which is exactly what I want to see. So we're going to be pushing through 6, 8 damage this turn. Kind of crazy. Look at that, beautiful. This is where this deck is really shining with all these prowess creatures all in tandem. So we've taken down to 11. And then we draw a card as well, just for our troubles. And we've actually managed to find a Fiery Impulse, which could be pretty clutch. So we could potentially, this turn coming, Twin Bolt and Fiery Impulse the Dwynen's Elite again, if he decides to try and replay it. And then we could almost push through lethal damage that way. Okay, so he's played Guiltleaf Winnower, so basically I think that means that Jessian Thief's probably going to die. Yeah, can't really do anything about that, so that's unfortunate. But we are going to kill this one this turn, so we're going to Twin Bolt his face, then Fiery Impulse it. Oh, we found Soulblade Djinn. That is pretty fantastic to come up in a minute, but like I said, we're going to Twin Bolt his face for 2 damage. Then we're going to Fiery Impulse you, because this will then trigger the Spell Mastery. So we're going to Fiery Impulse you, because that does have Spell Mastery, yep. Which will then trigger these up again, which actually almost pushes through lethal, which is kind of annoying, but never mind. And he's been replaced by the AI, so that's kind of funny. We do have the Soulblade Djinn to potentially push through, I don't know, lethal damage next turn, but let's play out Skyline Cascade as well. So yeah, we're going down to 1 damage, so all we really need to do now is just keep one of these 2 alive, really. So he's played an Animist's Awakening. Well, the AI's played an Animist's Awakening. And the AI's played nothing, which is kind of interesting. I don't know why, but we will just swing with our 2 creatures. Like so. Don't know why the AI decided not to play anything, whether it knows that it's like lost. So what's he done? He has played Destroy Target Creature, Unholy Hunger. Well, you know, don't really care too much for that. That the best the AI's got. Oh, bugger. I could have actually done something about that there, but never mind. I can see why he did that now, because it gained him 2 life and basically kept him in the game. So, well played, computer. Well played. I mean, I could have, if I'd realised that actually gave him life, I could have always dispersed the one that he killed and then swung for lethal, but I didn't realise that now. I'll remember that in future. Unholy Hunger gives him 2 life, so I think we're just going to swing for lethal here with the Soulblade Djinn. I've actually got to swing for lethal with both, so it doesn't really matter too much. Just disperse you. There we go. These have been some really quick games today. Like, previously I've played some really long 10-minute games, and both of these have been kind of less than 5 minutes each. But I'll see you in a sec for game number 3. Okay guys, here we are for game number 3 and we're playing the rank 18 Maxim something or other. I'll double check that in a moment, but this hand we can't really keep. I'm going to keep this hand mostly because we've got the telling time and we've got the Jesse and Thief, Soulblade Djinn, Inspiration and Spell Shrivel, so I think we should be alright in theory. Yeah, we're playing Maxim Grechnik, rank 18. You may have noticed that I am actually back down to rank 18 myself. Reason being is I decided to start up a match with the wrong deck, so I just quit out immediately and just forfeited the rank pretty much straight away. It was a bit silly of me, but okay, so we've got a Jace come down, so it looks like we're maybe playing white, black, blue control, would be my theory here. This could be an interesting matchup, control versus control. I'm going to be honest, I'm probably going to be the beatdown here in terms of who's going to be the aggressor, who's going to be the outright control, just because I feel as though I've got things like the Jesse and Thief and the Soulblade Djinn to be the more aggressive deck. So he's going to tap Jace down, draw a card, discard a card. What's he going to mill himself essentially? See what he gets rid of. What's he going to discard? I do like the idea we've got the Exquisite Firecraft as well, so I will be telling time at the end of his end step here. So he got rid of an Isolated Chapel, so obviously he's got more than enough mana that he needs in hand. So he's found a Shambling Vent and a Perilous Mere. So while he's tapped out, we may as well telling time now. And we'll grab the Twin Bolt and we'll put the mana on top, I think. Abbot's not really the most important here. I feel as though having some burn spells to get rid of like these two could be quite useful. Okay, so we shall play out the Mountain here. Now, do I get rid of Jace now, or do I just play out Jesse and Thief and get rid of, say, for example, Jace later on? Yeah, I think we'll just play out Jesse and Thief here, and then just kind of start using all other trickery in the upcoming turns. So I'm still wondering what kind of deck he's playing, if he's playing something like Perilous Mere. It's interesting. Just need one more mana for the Soulblade Djinn. So he's reading the bones, so he's digging for cards now. So he gets to scry 2, then draw 2. So hopefully he's found something useful for himself. Actually, why am I hoping that? Hopefully he hasn't found anything useful. I hope he just drew 2 lands. That's all he's got in hand. So I really want to kill Jace this upcoming turn. So I will be burning him with Twin Bolt. Put it that way. He's got no way of stopping it. As far as I'm aware, there's no 1 mana well, there is a 1 mana counter, but he won't be able to play it as all he's got is white open. So I'm guessing he might swing with the Perilous Mere. No, he did not. Okay, so we are excellent. 1 mana away from Soulblade Djinn now, so I'm just going to swing with the 1/3. See if he blocks. If he does, I will be burning Jace straight away. And then we're just going to burn the Jace, which I believe we targeted. Yes, we did. So you're going to go to the graveyard. Perilous Mere can no longer kill me, which was my idea all along here. So he pushes through 2 damage through to my face. That's completely fine. I will completely accept that. I think that is a absolutely brilliant trade there, in my opinion. In my humble opinion, doesn't really carry much weight when it comes to Magic, but hey ho. So I'm tempted to play Soulblade Djinn this upcoming turn just because it's going to be absolutely fantastic for pushing through damage. So I don't know how much in terms of flyers he has, but or burn in that regard. So I still don't know what kind of deck he's playing. He's drawn a lot of cards, lost a lot of life. Although we do have a second Jesse and Thief, which we probably will just swing through now. Draw a card from it potentially. What's he got? We do have the Spell Shrivel. So do I Spell Shrivel it? Yeah, why not? Why the hell not? We'll get the prowess damage and we get to push through and we get the card draw. I said I don't know when else I'm going to use the counter, so I may as well just play it now. What are we going to draw? The Skyline Cascade isn't too bad, I suppose. We'll have to wait to play the Soulblade Djinn, but I like the idea of pushing through the extra 2 damage with the Jesse and Thief. If we can get him within 4 damage, we do have the Exquisite Firecraft to finish him off. Okay, so he's got a talent to telepath me. So, you can cast. So he has to cast it. So I think he does have to play the mana cost of something like Fiery Impulse. Okay, so he's going to Fiery Impulse you. So I think that will probably kill my Jesse and Thief. And he's also going to Telling Time, because he's got the Spell Mastery. Interesting manoeuvre. So did he get to play both my Telling Time and my Spell Master and my Fiery Impulse? I'm assuming he did. See, maybe it was more worth saving open the what's the word I'm looking for? The counter for that, but then again I would have already lost my Jesse and Thief anyway, so we'll save the Skyline Cascade for if we actually need it. So we do now have the Swordblade Djinn in play, which is quite nice. We've also got a Jesse and Thief in case he's got some other way of dealing with this one, for example. So I lost Ulamog again, but that's not really the end of the world. Like I said, he's more there for like if it goes to like the really late game and I've drawn like lots and lots of mana, stuff like that. So he's done nothing this turn. Interesting. Play the Izzet Guild Gate. We'll try swinging, see what he does. I don't know what he's got. Maybe a Celestial Flare? Nope, we're just going to push through 4 damage. I believe we are. Okay, that's fine by me. So we'll just leave it there. We'll probably just play out an Inspiration on his end step. Just draw a couple of cards. So we've got him down to 10. So we're in a good place right now. So yeah, I was definitely the beatdown this entire game. Even though we're both control decks, I've always felt like I've been the beatdown just because. So he's currently at. This is really annoying because I can't really Fiery Impulse my own creature because then it's just going to die. So that's really annoying. He's got Languish, but so I don't know whether or not I can like Fiery Impulse it and then the Languish wouldn't kill it just because he's managed to. I pumped it up to like a 4/5, for example, and he's just going to do a Calculate Dismissal. So goodbye my Inspiration. Fair, that's fine. Play out Jesse and Thief next turn instead. I'd rather get through his Languish now. So we go to like a 5/4, for example. Like, I don't know whether Fiery Impulsing my 5/4 would then pump it up to a 5/5, and I don't know whether or not the Languish would actually kill it. I don't think that would actually work, so I'd rather just let that go through. So he's down to 3 cards now. We've got another Jesse and Thief to come online, so with our own Scatter to the Winds, which is quite nice actually. So we may as well just play out Jesse and Thief and hold open Scatter to the Winds. And then we'll just move on from here. So yeah, having the black in there is quite nice for the Read the Bones. It is quite a nice card draw for only, what, like 3 mana? Slightly better than the old Inspiration. Is it a sorcery? Or it is only a sorcery though. So do I counter you, or do I just burn you? Return target instance or sorcery or creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Right, I'm not having Languish come down, put it that way. Yeah, I don't really want him bringing back Languish, I'm going to be honest, so I'm saying it again. I'm being very honest here, guys. You have to believe me. I don't want Languish coming down. Okay, so we just got more mana, which is kind of annoying. Just going to swing with the 1/3. So I don't know. I can't really Fiery Impulse the Jesse and Thief just because it would actually kill it. So, but it will get the card draw, which is quite nice. So we're going down to 9. Oh, very nice on Abbott. That is kind of useful. So I will be playing you out this turn. We find Disciple of the Ring. Yes, please. Oh, hang on, come on, game. We've got to scroll down, haven't we? There we go. I will take a Disciple of the Ring, if you don't mind. Nice 3/4 creature on the battlefield, so we're pretty close to winning here. Unless he's somehow got another Languish in hand. Which, you know, is a possibility. So we're just going to Angelic Edict my 3/4. So I think we've probably got lethal here, because I don't think he's just realised that I can probably win from this position. So I'm just going to Exquisite Firecraft his face and then swing with the Prowess damage. So this can't be countered either because I've got Spell Mastery online. Oh, that was a fun match. I really enjoyed this one. Like, counter versus counter is always like an interesting matchup, and I haven't really like found too much of it in the current like meta, but this was definitely fun. That first game was just a wash. It was going to be difficult to win it in the first place, and I just obviously just got outmaneuvered very, very quickly. But these last 2 games have been much more interesting, a lot of fun. So we're going to go back up to rank 19. We get 60 gold for win 2 games with a red, another 60 gold for win 2 games with a red. Perfect. Okay, so I'm probably going to leave the episode here for now. 3 fairly quick games for a deck. Well, the last game was fairly slow as it was control versus control, but the first 2 games were pretty quick, but I still enjoyed all of them nonetheless. So in terms of the next deck, I haven't quite decided yet. I'm thinking revisit Thopters, just because they're still very, very strong in the current meta, especially up against like all the Ramp Eldrazi decks. They're very, very quick, and they have the ability to go over the Eldrazi's head, which is always quite nice. So I might do that. If you have any other ideas, let me know. But I'll leave it here for now. As always, guys, don't forget to comment and like if you enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.